God, I'm so sorry. My my storage on my phone ran out. So I'll just continue what I was gonna say. So this is a continuation of the. She thought you didn't touch me. What the hell's wrong? Like, she's like, thought you didn't touch me. Oh, you want to go? Hold on. My cat's being a baby. Why do you do this? Why? Did you not want me to do it for you? Hold on. Anyways, like I was saying, he's wildly unpopular. I think I called the video, what was it called? Dictator Trump. Let's see. Resisting. He's resisting an inedible end. What does that even mean? I honestly feel like he should just resign. But knowing him... Oh, wait. Are you sucking on your nipples? Hey, don't do that! Ow! Ow! Oh, fuck. Didn't I just tell you to stop, you creep? Investment. He tried to prevent this ending because people had invested, these CEOs had invested so much money into him, so that's why he doesn't want to let it go. And so that's the reading I'm supposed to do on him. So I guess I'm also supposed to do why he decided to bomb Yemen. I might be saying that wrong. I apologize. Let me just shuffle these cards. Okay. So now we're gonna find out. I called on the spirit guides, answers in good standing, everyone involved in this decision as well. Let's get a clear picture of what happened. Past, present, future. Why did they decide to bomb Yemen? False success. And a cycle. Oh, that's a lot. Hold on. Let me take just one. Lack of control is for the future. Oh. Huh. Was this decision, is it gonna lead to them not being able to control the region anymore? That was a really poor decision. This start with past, false success. I guess this has to do with the bombing. It's supposed to be seen as a false success. Hey, you! Shh! Quiet! Get away from the lamp. Let's see. Feeling stuck. So they've been feeling stuck for a while. Who's they? The United States. Is it the military? Stop, Yoshi. So they've been feeling stuck. Why? Because they haven't made any progress in the region. So they got they're ambitious. They want to make progress. They want to engage in destructive behavior. They've been wanting to bomb that area for a while. What's the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse? They doing it because they want to punish the people there. They've been daydreaming about this. You guys are sick in the head. We've been daydreaming about bombing a place where there's children and women. They're completely disconnected from God. These people who have been daydreaming about this, I want you to know that God considers you guys to be evil. This is carelessness. Immense carelessness. A complete lack of care for human life. This is the truth. They have an overactive, people who engage in this have an overactive imagination. They are under the impression that if they didn't go through with this, something, I guess the people were going to strike back, but that wasn't what was going to happen. They have an extremely overactive imagination and they went too far. What the American military did was unholy. Everyone involved in the decision is cursed. This is the truth. Let's see. What was the main reason why? Do I look at Mystic Martian? Let's see. To say choosing to fight differences with violence is a sign of weakness. Why did the American military think that this was a good idea? I already know, because they lack wisdom. They probably have a blocked third eye. These people are ignorant. They have a lot of bad karma. stop here. Let's see, why? I think the people deserve to know the why when you fucking bomb them. Let's see. Irresponsible. The US military is irresponsible. Poor intellectual, and because they're irresponsible and stupid. This is a group dynamic. It's an echo chamber with a bunch of idiots all agree to the same bullshit. They have a literal perception. Remember, it ties back into the stupidity. These people have no foresight. They have a messiah complex. How dare you bomb another country and then you guys have the nerve to have a messiah complex? And they were prepared. They were building up confidence. They were egging it. This is a great idea. Why is it? How does this solve anything? It doesn't solve anything at all. You're making the problem worse. Loyalty. Why is America even over there? It's not even part of North America. Why are you guys even over there? They did it because they were in a rut, and did they think people were gonna be cheering them on? There we go again to irresponsibility and stupidity. And unwilling to change. People were preparing for this. They won this for a while, and they were not willing to change their mind. I forgot. Bottom of the deck. Oh, this is a way to show America's might, which is to bomb innocent people. Oh, congratulations. You're so mighty. You're all going to hell. Everyone that was involved in this is going to hell. Do I stop here? Let's clarify death. End of cycle. It was an injustice what you people did. There's mental clarity. Moving on. What's the King of Swords? Oh, I'm the King of Swords. I'm the one giving everyone mental clarity for what happened. I'm the Hermit. This video is gonna cause gossip. Remember, my YouTube statistics are being messed with. There's actually former presidents that watch my videos. Don't the Obamas watch me? And the Clintons do too. This was extreme. So there's going to be a lot of gossip about how this was extremism. Our own military was practicing terrorism in another country. I just want to make it clear, what the American government did in Yemen is terrorism. It should be considered a human rights violation by the UN. Solitude. What does that mean? Let's see. What's the Four of Swords? Gratitude. To who? People are going to be showing, well, secret gratitude towards me for the answers to this question for why the U.S. government engaged in terrorism. Complete lack of planning. They've been preparing to do this, but they didn't plan the reaction because these people are so stupid. They thought everybody was going to be patting on the back. Congratulations! Congratulations, you're a terrorist! Oh no. there might be efforts to block these military people who are engaged in this decision, because what they did reflected poorly on our country. Yoshi, I'm going to put you in the room. And it's gonna be seen as an international embarrassment already. Yoshi, what do you want? Because they were behaving like tyrants for no reason. Listen, just because you have a plan and you and your buddies think it's great, doesn't mean you should do it. Let me tell you something. My ex-boyfriend, he used to have a problem with drinking alcohol, and him and his buddies, when he lived in Maryland, I think he lives there now, I don't know. Oh my God, hold on. So him and his buddies, they got super drunk and they were on the roof, and he fell off the roof and broke his arm. So I just want people to know. And then he had to like stay with his mom for recovery, and he had to go to, I think he had to go to some courses or classes about his alcoholism. My friends, just like how my ex was on that roof. This was, by the way, before I met him. When I met him, he was recovered alcoholic. This is why when I say just because you and your buddies think it's a good idea, it doesn't mean it actually is one. Do you understand what I mean? Yoshi, stop it. The secret's been exposed. Everyone knows now. End of a cycle. Maybe this end of the cycle might be for these military people who are involved and egging this shit on. How could you be so hyped up to murder unalive innocent people? I don't understand. Oh my God, like, I paused the video, but my cat was like hanging on to the sofa and she wouldn't let go, and I was like, come on. Oh my God. Why? Okay. Anyways, what's the hangman in the reverse? Lack of control. Ooh. Dealing with that cat got me feeling thirsty. Oh, poor me. There's a personal transition. Sudden awareness. You know, I feel like as long as I'm seeing evil going on with the government, I'm just gonna get on here and expose who all these people are, to hopefully they run away like cockroaches when you turn the light on. If you behave like a roach, you're gonna be called a roach. Struggling relationships. What is this about? Trump? This is about the Trump. What's the Six of Swords in the reverse? Personal transition. Destroyed confidence. Trump's gonna lose confidence in the military because of the gossip. It was work without results. Diplomacy over bombs. Say it after me, everybody. Diplomacy over bombs. Like, do you know who chooses to hit instead of talk? A 2-year-old having a temper tantrum. The military should only be used as a last resort. The first option should always be diplomacy. I'm pretty sure, is it possible for the American government to actually sit down and talk with these people in a calm manner and actually avoid all this conflict? So it's actually 100% possible for this conflict to be resolved by having a bunch of diplomats sit down with those other people, right? Sit down, talk about it, figure out some type of peace, and then leave it alone. And then I promise you take this approach, all the violence and the wars in that area will actually stop happening. That's how you bring justice to the situation. You can't, this is like a child who can't express themselves hits before they want to talk. I think it's time for American government to figure out how to use their mouth and speak to people like they're adults and that they know how to use their words, right? This was brutality. Struggling relationships. Because I guess is there going to be further brutality going on? It's going to be even more, huh? I'm pretty sure, listen, you do a violent thing and the response is going to be violent. If you decide to do the peaceful thing, maybe they will respond with some, they probably would be mistrustful, but they probably won't behave violently. Just a suggestion. There's going to be continued conflict because there's a group of people who want to use brutality instead of speaking like adults. I guess that's why this says there's going to be a complete lack of control because things are going to get worse and the conflict's going to get worse because you guys have chose brutality over words. Is this the U.S. military? The U.S. military is being seen as being bitter. Bitter. That's great for that is really great for international relations. You guys are savages. If the aliens ever came down from the skies, I think they'll look at the American military and just say, what savages. The U.S. military is going to end up getting burnt out from this conflict. Because they're behaving recklessly. And I think them being burned out is going to cause them to act even more reckless. Holy shit. Sorry, I just curse all your operations in this type of conflict to end up in a failure. Lack of planning. So then they're going to get burned out, they're going to act more reckless, and then they're going to run out of plans. So what happens after that when you guys run out of the plans? I wonder how the cards are going to read now. You're going to get, the military is going to get overwhelmed. They're going to get, the U.S. military is going to get a lot of bad press about the inequality. Maybe humanitarian rights violations. Human rights violations. There's going to be journalists publicly speaking out against the American military. It's going to be wildly unpopular. And then what? The American government is going to threaten their electric grid. So let me get this right. Everything you're doing is wildly unpopular, and everyone is going to start hating the U.S. government and the American government in general. So if people would go travel on vacation to some country, they're going to be hating on the American citizen because of what the U.S. is going to be doing in this region. And because of all the bad PR, you guys are going to decide to turn their lights off. You're going to do it impulsively. And so doing this is going to create a long-lasting memory in the people there. And it's gonna give birth to people in that area who actually absolutely despise the Americans. And so it might actually give birth to extremists in the region who are going to attack Americans. Oh man. It's going to be subtle. The Americans are not even going to notice it. The Americans are going to be too distracted with the different possibilities. They're not going to realize a new extremist group has been birthed from this conflict. Which is why in the future the hangman is in the reverse and it represents loss of control. This is why you should choose diplomacy. Oh well, what can you do? It's too late now. You guys already done it already. Look, it's gonna happen already. It's gonna happen. There's gonna be a bunch of young boys who are gonna sign up for recruitment for this extremist group. Like it's already happening. I mean, when you give a group of people a reason to despise your country, are you really shocked that they went down this way? This is why you should always choose diplomacy.